together. We change the world.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Theo here with a Should You Pull tier list for the month of October. This tier list is just my opinion and is not always a measure of character strength. Team building is the core of this game and we can make any unit work when properly set up. If you have a favorite, always go for them. First event of the month features a brand new character from FF11, Selh'teus. He's a support, damage dealer, healer and reviver. His FR is fairly generic, use a magic ability and be at full health when turn ends for plus 80% HP damage bonus per turn. His BT grants him access to a transform HP attack Crystal Diver with a whopping 11 dumps. This BT also applies 8 turns of a golden frame paralysis debuff that cannot be cleansed. Selh'teus does a lot of things and he does them all exceptionally well. He has access to high damage from his BT effect. His kit comes with extremely potent supportive auras for the party and also a unique battery effect that occurs every brave hit. His BT applies a unique long duration paralysis that cannot be cleansed. He is also easily one of the strongest yellow unit in the game. If you have any plans to do weekly crystal quests with a yellow team, then he would be a great pull. But despite the glowing review, I'm placing Selh'teus in the You Decide tier. He's a fantastic character for newer players, but player with wide roster might not really need what he offers. To be honest with you, I feel that he's a little bit overhyped. The next event features a new BT for Fujin and an FR for Zidane. Starting with Fujin. She's a launch enabler and a damage booster. Her FR finally gets the much needed rework, now providing plus 90% HP damage bonus per turn when launching and using a wind ability. This FR comes with a bonus 20% HP damage limit up and also a party brave refund based on HP damage dealt. Despite having a lower 20% bonus, this is a fantastic primary force time because of that brave refund effect and an above average 90% tick per turn. Her BT enables the whole party to launch every turn, and it doubles the HP damage bonus we get from launches, or what we call wall splat. For example, in a full launch with 2 follow-up allies, we usually get 1.2 times multiplier. But with Fujin BT, this is doubled into 1.4x. This makes Fujin one of the strongest damage booster that we have. Launch has always been a powerful mechanic, and she allows easy access to launches with higher multipliers. Her FR is now pretty godly as well. Her own damage is not really that great, but her simple and effective rework is enough to put her in the Theo approved tier. Next is Zidane. He's a speedy damage dealer and turn deleter. He gets a brand new FR with quite easy conditions, attack a debuff and broken target for plus 80% HP damage bonus per turn. This comes with a small bonus of 20% HP damage limit up, making it a decent FR if you have nothing else better. Zidane's BT lets him fully heal and battery the party whenever he inflicts a debuff. Zidane is a damage dealer with some utilities, namely turn delete and party heal. But his biggest downfall is the combination of his two weaknesses, mediocre damage and turn holder. Having Zidane in the team will actively make your party deal less damage per force time turn. A sad rework for such a beloved protagonist, but I would have to place Zidane in the safe skip tier. Next up is a rework for Rinoa. She's a pure damage dealer, now with updated FR and BT effects. Her FR provides up to plus 80% HP damage bonus per turn when an ally uses a magic ability, have an active special effect or overhead buff, and be not at full health after the turn ends. The last condition can be tricky to fulfill by her other allies if they do not have any self-harm attacks. Because HP regen is such a prevalent stats, and even Rinoa herself provides it. I would recommend using this FR as an echo. Her BT unlocks a special HP attack Ultima, and this attack is now full AoE HP damage with increased HP damage limit. Rinoa is a fantastic AoE damage dealer, and that Ultima rework does wonders at increasing her damage. She also has access to gauge charging from Angel Wing, and this opens up team building for her. We no longer have to sacrifice a slot for a support gauge charger, and we can simply pair her with 2 damage boosters like maybe Fujin and Wise. I'm placing Rinoa in the U Decide tier. As good as she is, the majority of rework characters now all do very high damage, so the role of pure damage dealer isn't as important as before. Check your roster if you need the kind of flavor she provides. Next event is Fusoya's Lost Chapter, featuring reworks for Fusoya and Ciaran. Starting with Fusoya. He's a hybrid support and damage dealer, as well as enemy disabler. His FR is quite generic, with plus 75% HP damage bonus per turn when an ally has Brave Regen and attacks a debuff target. This FR is reworked to provide 50% HP damage limit up, making it a great primary FR. His BT provides Fusoya with EX gauge refill after his own turn, and also increases the duration of debuffs that he inflicts by 1 turn. Fusoya is a perfectly decent character. Good damage from EX spam, FR is great, his paralysis is reliable, and he batteries after every HP damage done. But his biggest weakness in Global is that his release is delayed until after Selh'teus, and the two of them kinda do the same thing in a team. But Selh'teus is just better than Fusoya in almost every regard. This unfortunately puts Fusoya in safe skip. The schedule shift in Global is not too kind on him. Next we have Ciaran, a pure support character. He gets an extremely powerful FR with plus 80% HP damage bonus per turn when an ally has a Brave Regen and a level-based buff or special effect. This comes with 50% HP damage limit up, making it one of the strongest generic FR that we have. He has no unique BT effects, but with his BT, Ciaran provides one of the highest HP damage limit up aura in the game at 65%. Combined with his loaded supportive auras and strong FR, Ciaran will enable the whole party to do good damage. While his own damage is pretty mediocre, his auras more than make up for it. I put Ciaran in the U Decide tier. Not everyone needs that kind of extra HP damage limit that he provides, and any decent team can still finish events without the extra stats provided by Ciaran. Next event features XIII. She is an often damage dealer with evade and counter mechanics, now with a brand new set of FR and BT. Her FR caters to an often playstyle with the following conditions: plus 5% when using an ice ability, and this includes often attacks, and plus 50% when the party evades enemy attacks. This FR comes with quite amazing bonuses: 30% HP damage limit up, as well as party enchant, and more importantly, a Brave Freeze effect for the enemy. With her BT, her counter will now trigger twice, and it also grants the party 100% evasion. This makes XIII a very self-sufficient character. She provides all the necessary effects to fuel her FR and BT just by having them active, so the party does not need to rely on calls to work well with her. She has lock to draw enemy attacks in order to trigger her counter, as well as provide absolute party safety through her FR and BT effects. The trap from her EX is unfortunately still only 1 turn, and compared to other counter attacker, her damage is on the lower side. I place XIII in the U Decide tier. She's a great character, and if your roster is lacking counter tank like Rubicante or Kalga, then XIII can be a great addition to round up your roster. The final 2 events of the month features an unknown intersecting wheels as well as an unknown spiritus event. These events are speculated to be Kadaj and Deuce. If it turns out to be different, I'll put out a new video for it. First is Kadaj. He's a damage dealer with often damage. His FR is surprisingly strong with plus 80% HP damage bonus per turn when using a melee ability against a target with leveled debuff. His FR applies level 5 of his unique debuff fixation on all enemies, while providing 50% HP damage limit up bonus to the party. This is a great primary FR in melee teams. His BT fixes his old weakness because fixation stack can no longer decrease while the BT is active. This allows Kadaj to switch target as he pleases, something he could not freely do in the past. This BT also allows Kadaj to do a follow-up attack after a party member attack. With this tuning pass, his niche as a single target specialist is still there, but now he's much better at it. He has great single target damage, both on his own turn as well as follow-up, and his gimmick is tied to golden frame debuffs, so it will always be active even against enemies with debuff clans. His FR is fantastic when paired in a full melee team. I place Kadaj in the You Decide tier. If you need the kind of single target damage Kadaj provides, then he will be a good addition to your roster. We close the month with Deuce. She's a support and gauge charger. Her FR provides up to plus 80% HP damage bonus per turn when an ally has the node buff while battering another ally. Battery conditions are usually never good, so I would recommend using this as an echo. Her BT unlocks a follow-up attack that grants the party 4 turns of Sforzando. This buff increases HP damage limit by 20% while active. With this frame buff, Deuce provides the highest HP damage limit up in the game at 70%. She can also gauge charge with her S1 Concerto. She also has decent AoE damage while her BT is up. For all these reasons, I place Deuce in the Theo approved tier. I am biased towards support with gauge charging, and Deuce is the next best thing. Now for my pull plans for the batch. I'm 100% pulling for both Fujin and Deuce. These two fits nicely into my style of gameplay. I have Rinoa's full kit already, so I'm getting a free upgrade once her rework arrives. I'm probably skipping the rest, but I wouldn't mind getting some free BTs along the way. And that's it for the tier list. What is your pull plan for the batch? Let me know in the comments. And if there's anything you disagree with, let me know as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!